Well, blessed Wednesday to you as we come with your daily encouragement. And I realize that Proverbs 2 is probably not everyone's cup of tea. It is one that it probably takes us on a route that we maybe have never gone on. But it finds fulfillment in wisdom, and we believe that wisdom, or at least the Son of Wisdom, is Jesus Christ, the one who gives us the understanding of how to follow in the example of God. In our passage we had last Sunday, it said, "The love the Lord your God as I, Jesus, have loved you. Love your neighbor as I, Jesus, have loved you." And so Jesus becomes that wisdom for us as believers. And so we're reading back into the story of wisdom from Proverbs chapter 2. And it basically comes with the understanding of, we believe, King Solomon writing to his son or to his children, follow wisdom and don't follow the example of those who are not going down the route of wisdom. And so it has in the inclusive language the one who, but it has a contrast between a man and a woman who we are not to follow. First, we're going to talk about the man who goes down the route of, some translations would say, crookedness, a way that goes off the path. But if we seek wisdom from God, we will stay on the right path. And that means following the example of Jesus Christ. As a Christian believer, we believe that Jesus is the way of how we are to go. So then we read in verse 9, "Then you will understand righteousness and justice." And remember, in English, righteousness and justice are the same thing. One from a Anglo-Saxon word, to make right, the other from the Latin word justus, to also make right. You will understand righteousness and justice and equity and every good path. You see, we're on the path of equity, making sure that all of us are on that level playing field, both as sinners, but also as saints. God is raising us up, if we are created in the image of God, to be a companion with God on this journey. Yes, still a son or a daughter seeking wisdom from a father, but learning each and every day from understanding now that we have been elevated as children of God. For wisdom, or Sophia, will come into your heart. And we believe that wisdom is Jesus Christ. So we say, for Jesus Christ will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. And so we look at that image that we have at one of our churches, and a lot of it you have at other churches, is of Jesus knocking on the door of our heart. We want to let in that wisdom. We want to let in that understanding so that we may find a pleasant resting place for our soul. And then the promise will be, prudence will watch over you. That means the protection of the future will watch over you, and understanding will guard you. Now, some have even said that prudence and understanding are separate entities, but we believe that that comes as fruit of the knowledge of wisdom. Prudence will watch over you, understanding will guard you, just like the shield of faith we talked about yesterday. It will save you from the way of evil and from those who speak perversely. Who are those who speak perversely? Well, in the original text, it would talk about a man who walks crookedly, a man who speaks the wrong way, and we're to avoid that man. Who forsake the paths of righteousness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perverseness of evil. Those who walk those paths are crooked. The man who walks that path is crooked, and who are devious in their ways. Now, the reason I'm highlighting man here is because we don't get the parallelism that is coming up. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the loose or smooth woman who leads us off the path. So the King Solomon is actually providing equal opportunity for saying there's going to be crooked men and smooth women, and they're going to lead you off the path. And so we are told to find the righteous man. Now, that should lead you to think of Psalm 1. Psalm 1 is, "Blessed is the one," in the original, "Blessed is the man who walks in the path of righteousness. He will be like a tree planted by streams of living water." And who is that man of righteousness that counteracts the man of crookedness? Well, we believe that that is, once again, the Son of Sophia or Sophia itself, Jesus Christ, wisdom of God, understanding of God. So let's look at our progression we've had here in Proverbs 2. We started with a child who has been given commandments by their parent, by their father, maybe even by their mother. And they don't understand why they had to do it, but they know that they trust their father. They trust their parent is going to lead them down the right way. Then, as we grow older, we start to get understanding, wisdom, Sophia. And we believe that that comes through Jesus Christ, who is not just God in God's self, but God speaking a word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And in John 1:14 it says that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And so we believe that Jesus is the way we are to live. As we had in last Sunday's verse, it says, "Love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as I would love you." And so we move in that passage of Jesus, who gives us a shield of faith to withstand the arrows of the world and the devil and all the empty promises, and then moves us in the way of righteousness, away from those who would go on the crooked path. So all of this is to get us thinking. Who are the ones, who are the voices, who are the things that we trust in? Are they from God? Are they from the mouth of God? Or will they lead us down the crooked path? So tomorrow we hear about the smooth woman, as in some translations, after we've heard about the crooked path of the crooked man today. So each of them should lead us into the wisdom, the Sophia of Jesus Christ. Take care. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.